Animals' life. The animal kingdom is very large and has a variety of animals. Animals can broadly be classified into two groups. Vertebrates are animals with a backbone inside their bodies. Humans, cats, birds, fish are all vertebrates. Invertebrates are animals without bones. Some invertebrates, such as insects, crabs, and snails, have bodies that are hard on the outside. Worms, slugs, jellyfish, squid have soft bodies. Breathing. Breathing consists of inspiration and expiration. Land animals breathe in oxygen from the air, while aquatic animals take in oxygen from water. Different animals breathe through different organs. Lungs. All mammals, human beings, birds, reptiles, and adult frogs breathe through their lungs. Air reaches the lungs through their nose or mouth. Gills. Aquatic animals like fish, crab, prawn, etc. breathe in air present in water through their gills. The gills absorb oxygen from the water and release back carbon dioxide. When these animals are taken out from water, their gills collapse and dry out, and then they die. A frog is an amphibian. A baby frog lives in water and breathes through its gills. An adult frog breathes through its lungs when on land and through its moist skin when in water. Spiracles. Insects breathe through tiny holes on their bodies called spiracles. The spiracles lead into fine air tubes that reach every cell of the body. Body surface. An earthworm has no respiratory organ. It breathes through its body surface, that is, the moist skin. It takes oxygen directly through its skin and gives off carbon dioxide. Its skin is always moist. Small microscopic animals like amoeba also breathe through their body surface. Movement in animals. Animals move about from place to place in search of food and shelter. They are very active and can move about in different ways. They can move on land, in water, and can fly. Land animals. Most land animals have 4 limbs. 4 limbs, the 2 limbs in front are called forelimbs. Hind limb, the 2 at the back are known as hind limbs. Some animals use all 4 limbs to walk, run, or jump. The kangaroo uses only hind limbs. Lizards and crocodile do have limbs, but they move by crawling. Snakes do not have legs. They just glide. Water animals. Aquatic animals have fins, webbed feet, or paddle-like limbs to move in water. Fish have streamlined bodies. They swim using their fins and tail fin. Frogs and ducks have webbed feet to swim. Flippers. Penguins use 2 forelimbs as flippers to push water forward. Birds. They have wings which help in flying. The forelimbs, front, of birds are modified into wings which have feathers. Some birds cannot fly, flightless birds, because their wings are too weak for flying. For example, kiwi, ostrich, and emu. Insects. They have 6 legs that help them to jump, crawl, walk, or fly. Some insects have 1 or 2 pairs of wings for flying. For example, butterfly. The wings are, however, different from those of birds as they have no feathers. They are made of tiny colored scales. Most have 6 legs for movement. Humans. Human beings are the most highly developed out of all animals that exist on the earth. The distinguishing features of humans are bipedal, bi, 2, and pedal, feet or legs. We use our lower limbs to run, walk, and support our body. The forelimbs are modified to hold objects. The notable feature is the thumb, which can be moved to a position opposite to the other 4 fingers. The size of our brain, coupled with intelligence, learning, invention, and distinguishing what is right and wrong. Feeding habits in animals. Animals are classified on the basis of the types of food they eat. Herbivores eat plants and plant parts. For example, cow, giraffe, goat, etc. They have sharp front teeth for biting and strong broad teeth for chewing. Carnivores eat the flesh of other animals. For example, lion, cat, vulture, etc. They have sharp pointed and curved teeth for tearing flesh. Omnivores eat plants as well as flesh of other animals. Examples are crow, kite, eagle, etc. They have strong grinding teeth for chewing flesh and bones. Parasites are organisms that lives in or on another organism for food. The organism that is harmed in some way is called host, and the one which is benefited is called parasite. Food chain. Producer. Plants are called producers because they make their food using sunlight. Consumer. Animals cannot make their own food. They consume food made by plants directly or indirectly. They are called consumers. Many animals eat only plants. They are herbivores. Animals that eat plants are called primary consumers. Secondary consumers are the carnivores or omnivores. They eat the primary consumers, herbivores. Tertiary consumers eat the secondary consumers. These are the bigger animals. A food chain shows how energy is transferred from one organism to another within an ecosystem. It shows the path of energy where each member is eaten by another. A food chain always begins with a producer and ends with a consumer. Migration. Migration is the movement of a group of animals from one place to another and, in most cases, back again. Animals migrate for many different reasons: to find better sources of food, to reproduce, or to find warmer climates. Some animals that migrate are given below. Siberian cranes visit India from other countries every year during winter. Arctic terns fly from Arctic to Antarctic and back again each year. Protection of wildlife. Wild animals live in their natural environment. Increase in poaching has resulted in the decrease of wildlife. The government has taken steps to protect wildlife. Conservation of species in their natural habitat, such as natural parks and wildlife sanctuaries, has been set up in many places. Poaching is strictly prohibited. Some wildlife sanctuaries are Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, Corbett National Park, Kaziranga National Park.